This is RT International broadcasting live from Moscow. Thank you for watching. I'm Kate Partridge. We start with the news from Las Vegas, where a gunman has gone on a shooting rampage at a music festival. 50 people are confirmed dead and more than 400 are injured. Police say it's the worst shooting in modern US history. The incident is being treated as a lone wolf attack. We must warn you, you might find the following video disturbing. The shooting took place during an outdoor performance by country singer Jason Aldean at a three-day music festival. It was attended by around 22,000 people. The gunman fired at crowds from the 32nd floor of a nearby hotel and casino. There were at least 3 rounds of rapid fire, with the longest of them lasting around 9 seconds. Here's how some of the witnesses described what they saw. The suspected gunman's been identified as Stephen Paddock, a 64-year-old from Nevada. He was found dead on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, along with several weapons. Police are also questioning a person of interest named as Marilou Danley, a woman believed to have been with the gunman before the shooting. Here's a video from the scene of people taking shelter in a tent at the festival. We spoke to an eyewitness called Abdi. He told us how people were scared but had to remain quiet as no one knew if the shooter was still around.
At the time I was actually working security at the event, and what had happened was I walked away from my post, which I'm glad that I did, and where I was supposed to be standing was actually was in front of the main stage where majority of the stuff was happening, and I left my post, and I remember walking towards my friends when I heard the first round of gunshots, and I thought to myself that it was the music. When the second round of gunshots came, it was clear that it was gunshots and it wasn't the music messing up. So once I heard that and I seen people started running, I completely just dropped everything and just ran. There was police officers, majority of everywhere. I actually ran into a complex, and just remember going inside this guy's house, and there was a whole bunch of people already in there, and they had all the lights turned off, and they were telling everyone to be quiet because it was still nearby, and we didn't know if the shooter was walking around or not.
And local journalist Dana Gentry has more on what happened.
Well, we have just learned within the last few minutes from Sheriff Joe Lombardo of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department that the death toll has been upgraded to more than 50 people dead. As you said, the injured is upwards of 200 people. Stephen Paddock of nearby Mesquite, Nevada, is the dead suspect. That Mesquite is about an hour and a half outside of Las Vegas. We do know that he has some sort of police history in Mesquite. He is known to local police there. But as far as motive, we just have no idea yet. Earlier this evening, yes, all of the clubs were on lockdown. I can't imagine that any of them would be open at this point. The Strip is, I was born here. I have lived here 57 years. I can't remember anything like this. We are all in shock.
Well, from 1996 until June this year, the country's seen 130 mass shootings. Almost 900 adults and 145 children have been killed. But these numbers don't include the latest massacre in Las Vegas, and there are question marks over what is officially classed as a mass shooting. These are the deadliest incidents. Well, earlier we spoke to former intelligence officer Annie Machon. She says access to automatic weapons in the US is too easy.
In America, I mean, obviously they have the Second Amendment of the Constitution. It's about the last right they still have in America, which is the right to bear arms. So it's very easy for citizens to get access to very high caliber weaponry. And, you know, a lot of different things can trigger these sort of attacks. There's a long and awful history of these lone wolf, lone shooter attacks, both in American schools and in nightclubs, such as in the Florida nightclub last year. And they can be triggered by any range of different issues. They can be sort of Christian fundamentalists trying to have a go at pleasure seekers in Las Vegas. It could be race-related. It could just be alienation or mental health issues. It could be far-right extremism. I mean, you know, where do you stop? There are so many problems in that society, and the easy access to heavy weaponry is, I think, going to cause more and more of these attacks.
Well, we're watching developments in Las Vegas, and we'll update you as soon as we have more information. Now, almost 900 Catalan